Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's time. It is time for the one and only. This is the Cowboys OG Podcast. This is it. This is what some of you have been looking for. Y'all may have been wondering, are we coming? You know we're coming. So I mean, it's not acting new. It's for every Friday night. It's at this particular time. We're coming in and we're gonna kind of recap everything that you guys have already known. See, we're the closers. That's what we are. We're the closers. Once you done heard everything this week, and you done heard all the yip yap, you done heard the Cowboys talk, you done heard some of our brothers and sister content creators talk. We have designated ourselves as the closers, and what we gonna do? We're gonna recap everything in a short amount of time. And we just gonna tell you how it really was going on. Cause some of folks are drinking Kool-Aid and they falling for the okie doke. And we just sitting back like, man, we done seen this about 900 million times. Don't get your hopes built up. So that's what we here for. As always, I'm surrounded by greatness. Cowboy Joe is in the building. My brother Cowboy Joe is in the building. My frat brother is here. The one and only B-Bird, he's in the house. And you know, I'm just gonna get out the way. Y'all know me, I'm big time. And so you know, y'all look, I ain't got nothing to talk about right now. I'm gonna float on whatever my brothers want to pull up with. That's the way we're gonna flow tonight. I know it. Look, matter of fact, in the chat, what y'all want to talk about? I already know what some of the stuff y'all want to talk about. If you're in the chat, tell me what y'all want to talk about. I already know that I already know y'all gonna talk about something. We already know that's coming. We gonna touch it. But until then, we gonna roll with what the brothers got. Cowboy just say what's up to the people that's gonna be seeing this later or whatever the case may be. Go on, say hello to the folks.
What's up, people? Friday night, the OG podcast. I'm Cowboy Joe with father and son, Cowboys and Sports Talk. We got another interesting game, this time on a Monday night. So we got some trades in the works. We got a lot of rumors going around. So we can talk about some of these rumors that we're hearing. And just kind of, like I said, like you said, big time, we're going to free flow. And it's always good to see B-Bird, my brother, over there in Galveston. So it's good to see him as always on Friday night.
B-Bird, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's Friday night. Just got paid. And, Hey, you see, I'm dating myself, right?
Boy, you crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And no better place to be than with y'all, man, than having an OG podcast, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I tell you what, though, as a content creator, I always heard people say this. But if you cover the Cowboys and that's your team and you create content, they always gonna give you something, man. That's all it is to it. It's never
It's just
a dull moment in Cowboy land. And for us to talk about that's good, but for the team, it's not so good. So we're gonna hit on whatever we're gonna hit on. I got a few things, probably some of the same topics y'all want to talk about. But hey, I'm ready to go, man.
let's go, OG. Look, you up, OG. Cowboy Joe, go on, kick it off. I ain't lying. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm just gonna go whatever y'all talking about.
So we got a few things we got to talk
Mm.
about. Probably the top of the list is Jerry's comment about his $1 billion businesses on the side, and
Ooh.
he's got his defense somewhere down the list as far as priorities. But yeah, one of the things we're gonna try to we're investigators too. That's what OGs do.
Yeah.
So one of the things we gotta investigate, guys, is do the Cowboys really have as much money as they say they do? And it's really appearing that it's maybe 50-50. They may have money and they may not. It looks like the reason they don't want to sign a lot of big contracts is because the money is funny. Or the other option there is that they just really don't feel like it's smart to pay coaches and certain players. So we gotta do a little investigation here as we move forward.
Mm.
The funny money.
Well, a couple of things I have to say that brought the one that brought that to my attention was Coach Marr. And me and Coach, it was about 3 years ago. Coach Marr said, "Man, they act like they don't have no money." And then I think me and Boss talked about it. And then he said, you could be asset rich and cash poor. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Mm.
sitting on something that's a lot valuable, but you don't have the cash. So when you say that, if you really think about the way we run this organization, or the way the Joneses run the organization, it's almost as if we're Carolina or Jacksonville. Like we're in a small city and we got to really watch our pennies and hey, we can't sign these big free agents or something like that, man. So that lends to that, man, because uh, these other teams are getting it done. But one thing about that comment, that's what you first brought up. It is nothing wrong with an owner making that comment. It is just nothing wrong with that. If the owner of the Washington Commanders made that comment, no problem. Owner of Seattle make that. I think he on Intel. He makes that comment, no problem. The problem comes when your GM makes that comment.
Mm.
And see, that's the thing. And I've always told people this: the owner slash GM, you're going to be one or the other. You can't be both because they have two different mindsets. The GM wants to get all the best players he can. He has to keep his job. The owner is trying to keep overhead down to make more profits.
Yeah.
Which one do you think Jerry takes? So Jerry takes an ownership mentality into the GM room, and that's what's killing us. So there's no problem with the owner talking about this natural gas or whatever out there, $100 billion. There's nothing wrong with that. It's wrong when the GM does it. So that's what the issue is, and it's almost like, man, if somebody told you a secret and you've been knowing it, right, like for years or something, and then it comes out and everybody's surprised, and they look at you, why aren't you surprised? I've been knew that. So it's kind of like this. I've been knew about what Jerry's about. Maybe it's how many years I've been following the team, and I kind of scoped him out a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when I saw that, I say, well, let's hope other people start to get the message here, because we still got people when they put that on Twitter, you still have people in the comments kind of protecting them. I say, God, no, this dude, I guess they're in a cult or whatever because there's nothing he can do to make them turn against him.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. When it comes to the comment, I must admit I'm not surprised by the comment. I'm not surprised by it at all. I'm not, but what I am surprised is that he let it slip. And then being an OG, being an older guy, what I learned over the years in life, period, is that at some point you got to get past words and look at people's actions.
Absolutely.
Jerry Jones' actions match what he said. He's been that way for years. That's why I'm not messed up about it, because this is the same guy that said, why should we pay one guy this amount when we can go get four guys and with the same amount? In other words, why should I pay the impact guy? But I don't want to pay the impact guy. I want depth. And so and then when you look at the people that he has let go over the years, it matches his statement. I'm not talking about because of, we just stick with this year. You let Micah go, okay? Whatever the reason, we know there people, whatever reason why you say it, it matches because you keep letting people go, and then you come back and say, I'm my priority. Well, he didn't say my priorities, but his priority is that $100 billion deal. With that, why I could be fixing the defense. Well, priorities, man. We're in football season. I'm quite sure you got people that work at Comcast, Comstock, whatever his thing is, that can handle all that for him. And he ain't just doing, deal by deal. You're a $1 billion company. Quite sure you got people that's capable of doing it. And then what I looked at it is, I got to, even though I didn't drink the Kool-Aid, it just was bad to hear that because people like me, people like y'all, it's a spit in the face to the people like us, the fan base. Look, I'm spending money. Essentially, I'm a Dallas Cowboy consumer. Do you hear me? I'm spending money. I mean, I'm this system, these microphones that you see, this Rodecaster Pro that I got here, these lights I got in here, this laptop I got in here, this camera that I got in here that I'm on, this big green screen that's behind me. All this was for Dallas Cowboy content. So, and when you tell me that really essentially that you're not putting your best foot forward, that's a slap in my face. Like, man, I ain't getting paid by you, but essentially you're getting free press from me because I'm trying to point people to the Dallas Cowboys. So it is not like I'm saying. So it's kind of like, and the worst part is if you go to this route, and I'm sorry, Cowboys, I'm coming to you. It's bad because I got a coach here who's obviously giving it his all. It's his first coaching job. He's saying all the right things. But if Jerry's comments crush anything that Brian Schottenheimer says in this fashion, like, we're trying to win, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do the best we could be, we're trying to do that. No, you ain't, because your owner done said it. Your owner done said it ain't, that's not the case. And so what Jerry's done, and now he got to answer questions for it. I'm quite sure, as y'all know, Stephen A. Smith is going to have him on Monday morning. There at First Take this Monday morning. And we got to listen to this rhetoric again. And it's just really frustrating, but his actions speak louder than words, which leads, of course, to the trade deadline. Man, if we do a trade, y'all think we going to get some more folks? Man, stop. We're going to get some more depth. Bottom line. Ain't going to be no impact. It's going to be depth. Watch what I'm saying. Go ahead, Big Bird. I'm sorry. Cowboy Joe.
So, what I would add to that, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
So, I follow a lot of people on Twitter, and this one guy I follows, he posts a lot of old footage from back in the 70s from the Cowboys, Tom Landry days. And so I just kind of like watching his videos. And so I was telling my son and my brother that when you look at the Cowboys from the 70s, the America's team thing, the whole nine, I still don't think Jerry gets it. I just don't think he understands the legacy, the history of the Cowboys. In some respects, he's still just a guy from Arkansas that bought the team. The money part of it, B Bird, I don't think he gets it. He made the comment that he could get anybody to coach his team. That's why they don't pay the coaches. So, from a culture standpoint, I just still don't think he gets it. And look, this trade deadline is coming up. I'm just kind of 50-50 on it. I kind of want them to make a deal, but at the same time, I don't want them to get fleeced in the deal. And so I think it's some players that we really should be selling versus buying. I know there's some rumors about Jalen Tolbert. We talk about that, and I think they should shop Sam Williams. Um, but you also got to look at. I just discovered this a couple of days ago, guys. So Kenny Clark, he has a $21 million salary cap hit next year. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's not going to be on the team, so you can forget that. And so we just got to look at the big picture with Jerry. We just still trying to figure out, is he all in, or is he just the guy from Arkansas that bought the team, and that's just never going to change.
But let me ask you this though. Since you said that, you said Sam and you said Jalen Tolbert. What's that gonna get you for this year?
Oh, nothing.
So essentially, yeah, you could trade that, and what you just said is absolutely right, Cowboy Joe. If you ask me, they know they not gonna get nothing. However, in their mind, they'll probably be saying, "Man, that's extra picks for next year's draft."
Yeah, exactly.
And we all know is they love the draft, and I'm cheap. That is, but see again, OG perspective. This is what they do. Yep. They love the draft. They are convinced of cheap labor, 4 or 5 years. Hope one of them turn into Pro Bowl players. And when it's time to pay them, it just depends on who you are. You may not get paid. It's the same thing that happened to Michael Parsons. Cheap labor. 4 years or 5 years, whatever it is, you're going to get him. When it's time to pay you, goodbye. You see what I'm saying? It never fails.
Now, one thing I want to say real quick, B Bird. Cut you off. I'm not talking over you. When they got to play Jake Ferguson, Zach Martin, they're good. But it's the other thing that happens that's frustrating. Go ahead, B Bird.
Well, one thing about that, and I'm on here to say that. Like, I've never seen them treat. Okay. They treat the black girls different than they treat the white girls. With you negotiation. That's just all it is to it. And if you can't say that, because it does not have to be a spectacle for Dak. It does not have to be a spectacle for Dez. It does not have to be a spectacle for CD. It does
for Zeke, same thing.
All these guys, man, it's been a spectacle. It does not have to be that. And so, but can I tell you, it's never been a spectacle for the white players. Let's just be honest with you. What was the last? What's our guard name?
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. Dude, Zach Martin held out on the contract he had already signed, and they still didn't drag him nowhere near how they did any of the players I just named. And so, no negotiating through the media, no stuff like that. So, one of the things that I caught on to this week, and it's gonna be part of what we're talking about. The Detroit Lions reached a 4-year, I think, $180 million, $190 million contract with Aiden Hutchinson. I never heard about negotiations with Aiden Hutchinson.
No.
They promised to Aiden Hutchinson was, hey, man, we know you're a great player, but you had an injury. If you come back and show us that you're back to where you were, we're going to sign you. That's what they signed. He makes $45 million a year. Never heard a peep from the GM. Never heard a peep from ownership. Those guys have signed players. If you go look at their contracts, they got as many players, high contract players, as Philadelphia. And if anybody got to see that clip of Ryan Clark, I sent it out to both of y'all out there.
Uh-huh.
And he basically said, hey, look, I would love to play for Detroit and all young players should want to play for them. They said, because if you go there and you perform, they will compensate you for your performance. Man, look, that's all players want to know. One of the reasons why I was uneasy about the Pickens trade was because we didn't sign him to a contract prior to. if Detroit makes that same move, and I'm a Detroit fan, I'm like, oh no, our guy's gonna sign him. Or if Philadelphia, no, we're gonna find a way to sign him. I was hesitant because Dallas makes these things difficult, man, and they make it difficult for. If I could be honest with you, reasons because the fans can tolerate some black athletes going through some stuff, putting them through some stuff. But they ain't gonna. You better not mess with no LV. You better not mess with no Sean Lee. You better not mess with no Martin. You know what I'm saying? You better not. You'll get a holy hell on you. And so what it is the fans tolerate that stuff, and that's why like when I look at stuff and people were 50-50 on this Jerry Michael Parsons thing. There never should have been a 50-50 because it was 95%. Only thing Michael Parsons did wrong was talk to Jerry about finances.
Yeah.
Detroit did a textbook on how you go and sign people quietly, man. And we have not mastered it, or nor do we want to master it in the Cowboy land. And I just looked at that. I just shook my head. This guy has played well. He's one of the best young defensive ends in the league, and they just compensated him. It wasn't no big deal. My question is, why couldn't Michael Parsons' contract go that way?
Because it costs too much.
Yeah.
That's why. They don't want to pay. You can go all the way back to Dak Prescott in that area. They knew they needed the quarterback. They franchised him twice, if I'm not mistaken. When it was time to pay him, then they finally had no choice but to get it done. He was still young, so you can't say you want a younger quarterback. Whatever the case may be. I'm saying when it gets to those guys, why did you do CD like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to assume that I think Smith may not have to go through this. Tyron Smith. Am I right? Not Tyron Smith.
I think Tyler Smith already signed.
Tyler Smith. He just signed. He didn't have to go. I'm saying he didn't have to go through that.
Yeah, but can I tell you why he didn't have to go through
it? Shoot, he had no choice, to be honest.
No. The deal is that Jerry understood that he's going to get backlash from Michael Parsons' trade. So he's trying to show that I'm using this money to sign my guys. Look what I'm doing with this money. Because he signed two people at that point in time.
And Bland, yeah.
Yeah, Bland and what's called him. So that's all that was. He's like, oh, we got to do something here. We got to do something with this money. Same thing he did when he signed the linebacker Smith a while ago when Zeke was holding out.
Yeah, Jalen Smith.
Yeah, he just wanted to show you that, hey, look, I can sign people. I'm just not, it's not me, it's them. That's what Jerry was doing, man. Yeah. But go on, I just wanted to interject that.
Go ahead, B-Bird. I think Joe popped up. Did you have anything else, Joe, before we let B-Bird take over the floor?
No, I was just going to say that I did also read yesterday, if they franchise Pickens, it's $30 million. So I guess the question for the panel, if you're Pickens, if you get franchised, are you going to be just temporarily okay with that? You're getting $30 million. I don't even know what he's making now. But
he's on his rookie deal. He's still on his rookie deal. I think it's $6 million, I think.
So I just wonder if him and his agent are going to balk getting the franchise tag and just how that's going to play out. So that's all I was going to add, because that's probably what's going to happen.
Well, guess what? Guess what's going to happen? George Pickens is going to start having, injuries. That's what's about to happen.
Yep.
That's how you get out of that. He won't be. He won't be. Yeah, he done proved. Look, y'all told me to prove it. I proved it. Now it's time to get paid, and I don't care nothing about you. Y'all knew I was gonna do it. It's not my fault that I'm probably a top 10 wide receiver. Well, it is my fault that I'm a top 10 wide receiver, and I should get paid accordingly. And if y'all not gonna do it, I'm quite sure 31 other teams is somebody that's gonna do it. But we already know the idea of Jerry paying two wide receivers over $30 million is almost like saying, please, man. Yeah. What's up, Cooper G? I see you in there. But I just can't see him doing it. But that's exactly what it's going to cost. And now he does have a franchise tag on there. What's up, Henry? I see you, Henry, more in the building. But I really don't see them doing that. So, Pickens is going to do what he's going to do, which is, do what you seeing him do now. He's going to have a great year, and decisions are going to have to be made One of the things that I said earlier, I did on my individual show, was that one of the things that's going to open a lot of things up, it don't necessarily mean it's going to happen, is when they restructure Dak next year. At the end, but I think Dak's cap hit is $71 million or something like that. That ain't going to happen. So they're going to restructure him. And from that restructure, and other folks that's not going to sign here. You just said something about Kenny Clark, probably not going to do it. Okay. You keep going down the list of all these people. Listen, the money is going to be there. It's just Jerry got to do something that he's not used to doing. He's not used to paying. See, the Cowboys have been blessed, y'all. The Cowboys have been blessed over the years, but we were blessed in the day when there was really no salary cap.
Yeah.
So look, when you start talking about all the players from the 90s, it wasn't no salary cap, so you could pay everything. It wasn't no big deal. Now we haven't mastered the salary cap. That's what our problem is. And unfortunately for Jerry or Steven, whichever one you want to go with, we have had the top players just about. We ain't won nothing, but we done had the top players just about at almost every position. Think about it. And you know, I don't say Dak was the best, but it's the quarterback market. So in the quarterback market, it always have been whoever is next. That's who's going to get paid the most. Okay, that's what we know about that. But when we start talking about Tyler Smith, he's considered the best guard in the game right now. Then we start talking about CD. If he ain't the best, he's top 2 or 3. Michael Parsons, best pass rusher. Jerry ain't used to paying all these guys to be the best. If you sign Pickens, you talking about one of probably a top 10 wide receiver. He just not used to doing it, so his thing is let him go. I mean, it's really sad, man. Everybody else figure it out. We can't.
So is that an owner's mind thinking or a GM's mind thinking?
I think it's a cheap mindset, and a lot of that is a person who, in Stephen Jones, who is obviously has more influence these days than he ever had, and he does not know what other general managers know. It's kind of like what Cooper G said. The biggest rumor in Philadelphia is that they about to trade for Myles Garrett. How in the world, then, can you sign Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and now you talking about getting Myles Garrett? How in the world can you do that? You got top salaries everywhere. The reason why is because you got a GM that knows how simply to manipulate the salary cap. It's not hard.
I would say this.
You don't know how to do it.
I think they know how to do it. They don't want to do it, right?
Yeah.
And so
there you go.
Because you got people in there that beyond the Joneses that know this stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, see, an owner could be cheap. I've never seen a cheap GM because it doesn't pay for them to be cheap. It doesn't help them to be cheap. So what it is Jerry's doing that from he's being a GM with an owner's mindset, and that just ain't gonna work, man.
Well, it's gonna work. Fortunately for him. See, the problem is again, the problem is that we too popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jerry is about to set this world on fire when he go to First Take on Monday.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the highest rated show. It's gonna generate ratings. It's gonna do all of that. Monday night, a 3 and 4 ball club that everybody gonna say is the favorite to win. Everybody gonna be watching Monday Night Football, and it's the Cowboys. The problem is he keep winning, and that's what the problem in the media. Yeah. He ain't worried about winning on the field. That's obvious because he look at the product he put on the field. They end up there in practice. Certainly, you can see that this defense is horrible. You can see that. What you gonna do about it? What have you done? What move have you made? And if your answer is getting everything from within, you ain't got no answer.
He ain't got no
So
answer, man.
so
Go on, Joe.
when I was in high school, we did. I can't remember. You guys might know this. It was either Macbeth or Othello. I think it was Macbeth. Well, one of the characters in the play Macbeth, uh, it was a the character was called the Fool. That's what he was called, the Fool. And so his whole thing was he was in the story to just cover up all of the bad stuff that was going on. So he was called the Fool. He had a. Do you know what the joke on a deck of cards looked like? With the little
Yeah,
thing on stuff coming out of his head.
yeah.
So that's what the fool looked like, and that's the way he just behaved. And so Jerry is really getting into that territory with the way he's doing things. And and I was gonna say this about the defense. Somebody mentioned this. I want to get into the defense. I'm gonna tell you guys. So on our defense right now with Eberflus, I'm gonna give you Patrick Surtain. He's maybe the best cornerback in the NFL. And I'm gonna give you, is it Fred Warren or Fred Roberts, the linebacker for San Francisco?
Warner, Fred Warner.
Warner. And then I'm gonna give you who the best safety is Hamilton, probably from Baltimore.
Or the kid that we about to see Monday night, Buda Baker.
Buda Baker. So let's give Eberflus Buda Baker. Well, what we know with his defensive scheme, the safety is really not important. It's not a factor. Okay. If you give him Patrick Surtain, he's a man to man cover corner. Well, in his defense, he's playing eight yards off. So you can't use Patrick Surtain because he playing zone most of the time. And then Fred Warner, best linebacker, he's for the most part, he's running down the middle of the field covering. So they not only got issues with the cap guys, they got issues with the scheme, the defense, and it's just your chickens coming home to roost, and that's what we're seeing. And look, we're gonna be sitting here. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna hit the fan. The Green Bay Packers are the number 1 seed right now if the playoffs start tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So
as expected, though,
they gonna probably be in the Super Bowl. You might miss the playoffs. And by the way, those 2 draft picks you got from Green Bay. So most drafts they have about 18 first round players.
Yeah.
After that, you're in the second round. So if I had told you 6 months ago, Cowboys gonna trade Michael Parsons for 2 second round picks, what would you have said?
That's pretty much what it is.
So that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wow. B-Bird,
well,
you on the dance floor.
So my thing is, this is where I think me and Joe. Okay, so Joe, financially, that's the problem. Okay, so we can continue with the Jerry Jones being cheap thing because he has the cheapest coaching staff in the league, right? Shotty is the 32nd highest paid coach in the league, and like you said, Eberflus is still being paid for Chicago, so he's going to find deals. But let me tell you something about deals. So they had this movie, and you guys remember this movie about Moneyball. It's about how the Oakland A's put together their team, right?
Yeah.
Because what they did is they never went got the superstars. They got the guys a little bit under that, right? And because they're basically like, okay, this guy, the superstar hits 45 home runs, bats 325. We're supposed to get a guy that hit 17 home runs and hit 300. He'll be a lot cheaper, but be more effective. We could be effective with our money. So that's how they did the Moneyball thing. It was analytics at the start of analytics.
Yep.
But and they made a movie about this, y'all. Can I tell you something? They ain't never win no world championship. They just became real good for the guys that they had. And so that's kind of what the Jones, when you say, hey, why get one guy, we can get 4. You're not looking at the quality of them. You thinking they're all the same. They're not all the same. Michael Parsons, you may never draft one of them in our lifetime, man. And so you got to look at the guys and value those guys, knowing that these are the guys that's going to get us over the hump. I was commenting the other day on somebody's thing that said, it was actually a reporter on X. He said, well, we never won anything with Micah. And I said, man, and then somebody even come before me say, I never understood that logic why people would say that. My thing is, you got a good pass rush with a great foundation, not build on it. You never built anything on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to add to that. Don't take away. I was looking at something the other day. Somebody said, they said, we draft guys to be eventual replacement to our high contract guys. Because we drafted Nealon, who's supposed to be a DeMarcus Lawrence clone. So we didn't say, hey, we got DeMarcus over here. Hey, let's get somebody else in another area that we're weak in. No, we're trying to replace. And it makes no sense to me, man. So that's all I got to say.
I want to put in this comment here, Cooper G. I've seen what you've been saying, and you are absolutely right. Y'all, that's what y'all do. Y'all convert salary into signing bonuses, and you spread the cap. That's what every other team does. Absolutely. When the last time you heard the Cowboys do that?
Well,
I mean, but here's the blessing that they may just be backing up to just by circumstance. Next year, they cannot afford to have Dak Prescott's salary cap hit $74 million. They cannot afford that. That's going to be a restructure. I also believe CDs is going to be restructured as well. So that they get to give them their money and that'll free it up. But then again, the love just to say we got money in there and don't use it is another problem that the Cowboys have. So you'll restructure it and you'll have it and we'll be saying, okay, you done freed up the money. Go get a free agent. Go get this person. We'll be saying, well, the Cowboys have $40 million in the salary cap. And they'll leave it there. Just like now. We got money now. Yeah. What we done with it? Nothing.
So that takes us back to the trade. So this guy, he's his name is Ricky. He's been really nailing. He, for the most part, he gets all of these things right now. He says he's hearing the Cowboys are locked in on 2 defensive players to trade for. So Brian brought us. Now I thought I was hoping that one of the players they were locked in on was Simmons from Tennessee. You remember how Brown just wrecked the game with Carolina? So Simmons is the same type of player. And then the other player that he was talking about, it was the tackle from the Jets. His name escapes me at the moment. And
Quentin
Williams. So So where do you guys think we are on Crosby making those trades, or do you think we just gonna not make a move at all? Where do you think this thing is going?
I answer that one first, man. I think like some people say, it's that part time where you stay on your draft picks and don't move, or some people want to go for it. I think you trade a guy that's going to be with you for 3 more years, because I think that's what that window is. I think you make a 3-year run. So if a guy has a contract for 3 more years, it won't just be getting him for this year. I don't want to get Hendrickson and have to worry about negotiating with the Cowboys in the offseason. I just don't want to do that. I'd rather the contract already be in place and they got 2 more years besides this year. And then that way, if we trade for anybody, so we could trade for somebody for the present, that also could be for our future too.
Yeah.
So we trade for somebody like Quentin Williams, the kid from Tennessee. As long as we got them for 2 more years, got control of for 2 more years, I'm good with it, man. Because it won't just be a present like for the 2025 year. It'll be for 26 and 27 also.
So what about Minkah Fitzpatrick? How's he looking? Would he be someone that you want to trade for?
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I have to go look at his contract, but if he's there, we have control over him for. I just don't want somebody that's we trade good draft capital for, and then in the offseason they're gone.
Like Kenny Clark is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it from a different perspective. Listen, I think that your answer for trade is gonna happen in this week. If the Cowboys lose against Arizona this week, I don't think they're trading for nobody. Because I'm looking at the schedule now. I mean, you lose against the Cardinals, you got the bye week after that, then you got the Raiders in Las Vegas. I don't care what your record is. The cure for any bad team is play the Cowboy defense.
Yeah.
So Geno Smith, we make anybody look good. Any quarterback. I'm saying Geno. He got Brock Bowers. He got that wide receiver there. He got Ashton Jennings. We can't stop the run. So here comes Genty. It ain't a guarantee you're gonna beat the Raiders in Las Vegas on that Monday night. Then here comes the real.
Grass, B-Bird.
Yeah, and then after that, here come the real thing: the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Lions. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm saying is that if we lose against the Cardinals, then they're gonna start saying, "Wait a minute now, okay." Somebody in that building gonna say, "Wait a minute." Now we know the Packers pick is gonna be low in the first round,
Yeah.
but our pick, if we might be on a 4-game losing streak if we lose against the Cardinals.
It could be a top
And
10 pick.
there you go. And that right there will excite the Cowboys. It will excite some of the fan base.
Sure
We
will.
got a top 10 pick. Let's do mock drafts all summer long. We're gonna do. I mean, this is what. Come on now. This is what they. And and why would you give away? Why would you give away assets if you know that everything is leaning toward the draft? Why would you do that?
You won't.
So I'm saying the answer really, if we beat the Cardinals, okay, we're 4-4. We're going into a bye week. Whoever you gonna get gets really essentially 2 weeks to get ready, get used to the system. Here we go. Now let's make a run. That's because you're gonna need because the schedule ain't changing. The Eagles, the Raiders, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Lions coming up. And with this defense, the way you're looking now, if you think everybody else done made us look bad, if you think Bo Nix made you look bad, what in the world you think Patrick Mahomes gonna do? I'm just saying. So I think the answer lies in the Monday night. To be honest with you, if they let Kyler Murray destroy them, I'm telling you, we ain't trading nobody. They're gonna let this say, hey, we just gonna ride this thing out. I see a top 10 pick in the future.
And big time, just add to that, not add to it, but just give you a little point. They said Kyler Murray might not play.
Yeah, I saw something. I saw they say he was coming back, but then I saw something that he didn't practice. But that could be just like a load management thing, just trying to save him up for Monday night. That's what I'm thinking. But
I hope he doesn't.
Well,
he loved that place.
He's from here, yeah. He's from Dallas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I listened to Jay Tuck today. Shout out to him. And so he was talking about our defense, and he was just keeping it real. He said that the Denver game, there was one series where they played a cover 4 defense. Oh no, actually he was talking about the Carolina game, but he said they played a cover 4 defense. He said one of the plays, Bryce Young, from the start of the snap all the way through the end of the play, he looked right at the receiver. Everybody in the stadium, including the Cowboys defenders, knew where he was going with the ball. But the problem is your corners, everybody is so far back, you can't do anything about it. So to answer your question, big time, if Kyler Murray does play, it's going to be a problem. And then Geno, I'm not a big fan of his, but here's the thing: veteran quarterbacks like that, they really ain't even got to study the film to play our defense.
Yeah, veterans are tough, man.
Yeah, whatever film study you're going to do, you can just go home and hang out with your wife, go to lunch, you might be able to cut the yard, because with this defense, it ain't a whole lot that you got to do to beat it.
Hey, Cowboy Joe, you know I thought about when you said veterans do well against the defense. Rookies do too.
Yeah, like Bo Nix.
Everybody, young quarterbacks, old quarterbacks, anybody, man. If you can throw the ball, you're gonna get you about 300 yards against them.
It's shooting fish in a barrel.
That's grounds for Fields to get cut. To be totally honest with you, how you didn't have a career there against the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, but and keep in mind, and I guess we starting to lean into the game on Monday night. Man, look, I don't know if Cowboy fans out here listen. I don't care what Las Vegas say. Listen, the Arizona Cardinals got some pieces that they got, without a doubt, number one of the best tight ends in the game. Trey McBride is no joke. Kyler can kill you by himself. I mean, legs, arm, whatever. And please, even though Marvin Harrison Jr. been quiet, he's starting to warm up a little bit. Right. And then all you need is just the Dallas Cowboy defense to come in and the way they playing, and Marvin Harrison Jr. wake up. You see what I'm saying? So they have some pieces, pretty decent running back as well, and they can go in and they can move the ball. So I'm just saying this ain't gonna be no easy game, y'all. I'm sorry to tell you. And even though we got a great offense, man, look, our offense is still the same. They had to be perfect. That's the only way we're gonna win. They have to be, if they have one bad game, one bad quarter, that's gonna get us in trouble, man. It's really just that simple. The defense cannot stop a nosebleed, and that's why I'm saying, to go back to the original question, I think this game right here will determine just how active the Cowboys are in the trade deadline as far as impact goes. I believe Tolbert is going to get traded regardless. You see what I'm saying? I think if anything, Tolbert is going to be gone. He needs a fresh start because he ain't going to get a chance to flourish here now. There's no way in the world. So I think he's going to be gone. And all you're going to get is a pick for him. Yep. And that's all. I mean, you get another additional pick. God knows what, 5th or 6th round. You might get a 7th round for Tolbert or anything. Mm-hmm. But it's not impact. So I believe it. I love the idea of name that y'all didn't say was Chubb from Miami. Yeah. He'll walk in and be the best DN we got. And, and he averages right around 7, 8, 9 sacks a year. That's what we need. We need some pass rush. I heard Schottenheimer say today, he said this, and I quote, he said, when we don't put pressure on the quarterback, we're at our worst. We're at our best when we have pressure on the quarterback. That is a clue. If there is a trade, that is a clue that you can hang your hat on. So if we talk about that.
I would say I think I'm seeing this right. I'm trying to look it up. I'm sorry if my head was down, everybody. But I think the last 10 times we played Arizona, and I felt this about Denver too. We can't beat Denver. We ain't beat them since '95. And Arizona's the next team just like that. Man, we've only won 3 games out of the last 10 times we played them.
Yeah.
And we played them there, here, everywhere, man. So it's a little thing with us. We don't play against them well for some reason. Or they play real well against us.
Yeah.
So Monday night, yeah.
You say we favored, that ain't got nothing to do with this, man. You know what I'm saying?
So Monday night is going to be a strange game. They need to get out to a good start. But we've been talking about this every Friday. I've been calling these playoff games. It's just when you watch the game, other than on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive players, the defensive coach guys, I just don't. There doesn't appear to be no sense of urgency. The guys, it's no tackling. You got guys running 40 yards untouched. This defense thing is so bizarre as you watch it. And then did we move up on the list, or are we still 32?
We're 32.
We moved back down.
We have moved up to 28.
And then we back at 32.
32.
So Shotty is subliminally making comments about the defense, and we talked about this last Friday, where he's got his arms folded watching the defense. And the weird thing about this week was we heard a lot of talk about things they can do. Nobody's talking about the defensive coordinator. So I'm thinking they're gonna ride this thing out. And if they do, I just looked at the schedule just like you did. This thing, man, I'm talking about.
It's gonna get ugly real quick if they don't turn it around real quick.
The nationally televised games Monday night is gonna be one. I think they play the following Monday. So you're gonna be on national TV like for the next
4 weeks in a row.
4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine if we lose these games that they don't fire Eberflus, but let me tell you this right here. This is gonna really turn everything on its head. You know what I said about the Cowboys? Just tell me if you follow along with me here. Not only will they keep Eberflus, B-Bird, and Big Time, they'll keep Eberflus And if Shotty falters, they'll make Eberflus the head coach. That's
Yeah.
exactly the type of ownership and the type of culture that we have. They'll keep Eberflus and eventually make him the head coach. And they will. If you don't think they'll do it, you ain't been watching.
So yeah, he's a demeanor that they like, right? And I'm gonna say something here, y'all. And this for chat, y'all excuse me because there's gonna be some French. When was the last time we hired an asshole coach?
Parcells,
Parcells,
Yeah, and then before that,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
you see what I'm saying? They don't like them kind of coaches, but that's exactly what a soft culture needs, man. They need
Yeah.
they need a coach that's gonna get up at that podium and be like, nah, our cornerback's got to be better. That we can't have that out there. Instead of
But let me push back just a little bit. I'm glad you said that. Let me push back. Me personally, I like Shanahan. This is me, and I think that no, he doesn't have the personality of a Parcells or a Jimmy. However, I think he's handcuffed, B Bird. And the reason
no,
why I'm saying
agree.
that,
I agree.
and the reason why I'm saying that is because keep in mind, Eberflus was hired before Schottenheimer was.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he was already the hand choice pick of Jerry Jones.
Yep.
Everybody else was hired by Schottenheimer.
And yep.
And so Eberflus now is obviously a Jerry guy.
Yeah.
Okay? So it make no difference. So I guarantee. So the question become, and we'll never know, because Schottenheimer will never admit it. But the question is, if you were able to hire your defensive coordinator, would it have been Matt Eberflus?
Correct.
And I don't think so because it don't match the play style of Schottenheimer.
Well, let me say
No.
this, big time. An asshole coach, you can't hire his defensive coordinator for him. And so
Yeah.
let me say this too, because I do with Schottenheimer, I definitely agree that he's a good coach. But this environment I don't think we need a coach like Schottenheimer. I think Schottenheimer can work anywhere else for the other 30-some teams in the league. But here we need a culture changer. I'm talking about somebody
They ain't gonna do it.
that don't mind, and they won't hire that guy because they
They're
don't
not
want
gonna do
nobody
that.
like. They don't,
No,
so
he
one
he
thing I was going to ask y'all.
he wants a puppet, man. He wants a
Yeah,
puppet.
that's right. So this is what I want to ask y'all, because I've been thinking about this because it kind of shocked me, man. It's kind of a little bit embarrassing. So when I turned the game on a couple of weeks ago and I saw Bridges at cornerback, I was like, "Who is that? I've never heard that name." Now I was like, and I'm a fan. I don't know who that is. So I started looking it up, and I was like, "Okay, wait a minute. He was drafted this year." Then I looked at it. He was drafted by the Cardinals. The Chargers, and he's a 7th-round draft pick that was cut by Chargers. So he wasn't good enough to even be on Chargers practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
But he could start for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's why me and Joe kind of differ on this. He comes from the coaching side. I come from the talent side. We don't have no talent over there on defense, man. I'm sorry. If you juxtapose our defense versus our offense, it's night and day, man. And you notice why our offense is doing well because we got talent on our offense. Man, we ain't got no talent on our defense, man. Our defensive ends are. Somebody said this the other day, man. That was just so. They said, like our linebackers, we hope that they do well. Our defensive ends, boy, man, we can just, boy, we what it is, they taking, that's what it was. They said they taking a gamble. They took a gamble on defensive end room when you let Michael Parsons go. You took a gamble at the linebacker position because you didn't really go get a quality linebacker. I'm talking about a top-notch guy. You took a gamble at the cornerback positions because you had guys coming off injuries, and you took a gamble at the second. All your gambles were on defense. Name one gamble they had on offense.
And then look at the players. So I want to expand on your point. We're talking about we call them dogs. That's the word that everybody says. So they cut Izzy McCormick. Now what I heard about him was that he was a guy that kind of had an edge to him. He kind of had some swag. Matter of fact, I heard that he had kind of got into it with some of the previous coaching staff, but the guy had talent, and he has what you're looking for. They let Jordan Lewis go, another tough tough mentally. He's a dog.
Yeah.
So it seems like the players that had the moxie, they had an edge that you need. They just let them go. I watched the game Sunday, and I was gonna run this by you guys. I kept telling you guys this is a playoff game coming up Sunday.
Yes,
So
sir.
big time. I'm watching the game last Sunday. The Denver Broncos, they had a playoff mindset. On our side of the ball, it looked like a preseason game. You got all these folks out here like Bridges and people that you don't know. It's just guys running. Did you feel like you was watching a preseason game last Sunday? Because that's what I felt like.
Uh, to be honest with you, man, B Bird hit the nail on the head. The product, if you put a practice squad guy out there, don't expect all pro production. He's a practice squad guy. A practice squad guy like the safety, Clark, who ended up hurting himself when he got burnt with that bad angle. Listen, he's a practice squad guy. You should expect practice squad type ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the bottom line. And when you multiply that by putting guys in a scheme that is not good for this team, obviously, it makes it like it's a 7-on-7. When you put guys in against the run, you don't run blitz. Our guys are getting pushed back. Denver could have ran for 275 yards against us if they wanted to. And that's with Kenny Clark there. And another thing I'm looking for, what just happened to my screen? Good Lord of mercy.
Yeah, my screen don't went out.
Oh, don't worry about it. I have to fix mine
Yeah.
real
We
quick.
riding with it now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, like, what in the world are we talking about a guy like Kenny Clark for? Who we thought solved everything. Where is Osa at, man? Where has he been at all year? It's time to start filing missing person reports on some of these folks. Where is Osa at? Where is he done? Where is he? I mean,
Osa is an unsunken cost, B Bird.
I don't know what happened to. I don't know what happened to him. He ain't done nothing all year, to be honest with you.
I ain't done it all year, man.
So I'm saying we're not getting what we really need. The linebackers are learning on the fly. Shamar James is a rookie. Okay. Murray is playing a spot that he really not really used to playing. Okay. So he's learning on the fly. They won't play Lil foul right, to be honest with you. And now Overshawn will be back for the Raider game, and maybe that might solve some problems slightly, but I'm scared for him because they rushing him back. That's the way I look at that. Ravel, everybody hype about Ravel and all that time, and he still got the brace on. I'm like, come on, man. So, as far as the defense goes, you're getting what you. I mean, it's
the team you built.
It's the team. I mean, it's practice squad guys. I mean, seriously.
That's right.
Or the low end of the depth chart.
Correct.
Seriously, just look at it. Even our starters are not on other teams are rotational guys.
That and big time. I'm glad you brought that up, man. I'm sorry. I posed a question to somebody the other day. I said, man, if you were a contender and you had the trade deadline, it's not many of these guys on the defense that you go to the Cowboys and be like, hey, man, can I get that guy? Maybe Blaine.
That's it, Blaine.
Nobody wants these guys, man. Nobody in the league wants. These guys are really backup practice squad guys, man. I mean, I'm talking about Reddy Stewart, Murray, Bridges, Bell, Shamar James, Elam, man, Elam. We just got guys, man. We just got a whole bunch of dudes, but we ain't got nobody no standout players in there. And some of these guys could be good if they had impact players around them.
Surround them, yeah.
What does Marshawn Nealon do, guys?
Rotation.
He was a second round pick.
You ain't heard his name.
He's a second round pick.
They don't care. They put Fowler in, and then Izaraku is, of course, has stepped up big. He's a rock who has stepped up big. Sam gets more time than Nealon. Sam Williams does.
Sam got about 3 times as many penalties as he got sacks in the league, man, in his
Yeah.
career. Nealon's hanging out. Nealon's over there hanging out with Osa.
Yeah. I mean, so not that Nealon is bad. It's just that it's obvious that the coaches feel like that these guys here are above them. So I mean, you can't. That's saying something by itself. He's almost falling slowly. I ain't gonna say that fast, but I was about to say he's falling to that lane where Mozzie is now. Nealon ain't on the field a lot. I mean, we could pull up the snap count that he played last week. How many plays did he actually play? You'll be shocked to see. I mean, and here it is. At the beginning of the year, we were depending on him. Like, this guy's gonna be one of the guys that we're leaning on, and these guys like him and Mozzie ain't even on the field.
If you can't get Nealon, you can't get a lot of run with this defensive end room. It says more about you than anything else.
Yeah, think about it. That not like it's just like B Bird said. I guess I said or whatever. And like you said, Cowboy Joe, once you really look at these guys, really what we got to stop anticipating all pro production from practice squad guys. That's really just that simple. We keep saying if we could just get up to be the 15th ranked defense. Well, we ain't got the players that'll get you to a 15th ranked defense.
No.
Safety players horrible. Linebacker players horrible. Defensive line players horrible. Can't get no pressure. Let the quarterback sit back there and take pictures before he throw the ball. The safeties can't cover. The corners can't cover except Bland. I mean, I just named out everything that you're supposed to have a defense to do. What do we do well? Nothing.
You name things that we do horrible. You named a lot of it. That's just what it is, man.
Yeah. So that's why I say even the games like Arizona game, a Raider game, where the defense makes the teams even. Absolutely. Like, our offense is great, okay? Against Arizona's defense, you figure we ought to be able to do a little something. But when you flip it over and say Arizona's offense against our defense, you're looking at it like, okay, can we stop Marvin Harrison? Because he ain't no practice squad receiver. You see what I'm saying? Trey McBride is one of the best. Kyler Murray. Or, as I heard somebody in the chat, so I think that was Kid Cowboys talking about that Jacoby Brissett may play. Okay. We make backup quarterbacks look good.
Oh,
we do.
Jacoby Brissett will pick us apart.
Yeah, come on now. So I'm saying, like, we make the average quarterback look like an all-pro. Look what Bo Nix just did. I told y'all last week, Bo Nix is a horizontal throw, sideways. That's what they really want to do. But good Lord, the people down the field so wide open. All they had to do was just loft it up there. I mean, come on now. Come on now. We made Bo Nix look like he was on AFC Pro Bowl. Like,
he's horizontal throw against everybody else, but then
he's a screen pass thrower, short pass thrower. Come on.
When we played Chicago, Caleb Williams had never played a game where he was not sacked until he played us. He had 4 touchdowns in one game. Never done that before until he played us. The thing about Eberflus, I've been watching games. I have yet to see him talk to a player coming out the field. They may do it during the TV timeout. I never see him go over to the defensive players, have any conversations with them. This whole thing is just so weird, but it all goes back to where we started. It's all about the money. This defensive coordinator, bottom line is they hired him first, big time show, because they knew this was the way that they could avoid paying somebody. They make that same decision every time. And so I'm gonna do a show with my son. And so I've talked about this a little bit on our show. The hiring process the Cowboys have, it's one of the worst I've ever seen. And one of the things that you have to do when you're hiring, the company I work for, we would have to hire 15 people at a time, and so we would literally interview 130 people just to get to 15. What the Cowboys do every time they got to hire Coach B Bird, they have somebody in mind that they want to hire. They talk to that one person and they hire him. And this offseason, what they need to do is hire a defensive coordinator. And to do that, they need to interview a minimum of about 8 to 10 coaches. But the problem they're gonna run into when they do 8 to 10 interviews, it's gonna come down to whether they want to pay. I don't know what the average salary is for a defensive coordinator. If it's $4 million a year, they're gonna offer him 2.5. So you cutting a lot of people off your list right there. So that's a problem they're gonna run into every time. So it's still the question of, do they have the money and will they pay the coaches? Because at the end of the day, we're gonna be right back in the same position.
But they already, I don't know if y'all thought about this, and maybe you need to look at it. They already got the defensive coordinator right there on the team, and that's Nick Sorensen, the special teams coordinator, who was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers last year. And we all know that the San Francisco 49ers defense is always stout. He coordinated that defense last year. That's why I'm going to go ahead and say this. Let me go and throw this out. If the Cowboys come out here Monday night and get torched by the Arizona Cardinals, it is the bye week. I would not be surprised if Eberflus is gone. And you already got the guy in the building who can take right over the defense immediately with the reputation of the 49ers last year. And Forston is a good one. So I'm just saying he would do that and roll.
I want to correct, and I don't know, y'all can tell me if this is wrong. I did look it up. They said that Schottenheimer was hired January 25th. Eberflus was hired January 28th.
Well, you don't think it's the truth. But do you think? But here's the thing: you don't think there wasn't no previous calls already?
No, that's why I'm asking y'all.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was already in the, exactly.
They were talking.
There it is.
Yeah, they were talking to Eberflus.
There it is. They were already talking to him.
Yeah. So, but I want to say this real quick, B Bird. Sorry to cut you off. So here's a problem I have with the Cowboys too. They keep hiring coaches that other teams fire. So the 49ers fired Sorensen, and Sorensen is our special teams coach. Our special teams is like one of the worst in the league. So I have a hard time taking our special team coach, who's not doing a good job, and making him the coordinator. So I would lean Whit Cotton or White Cotton, whatever he says. But it's all the same. But yeah, I'm just wondering why they keep hiring people, B Bird, that other teams fire.
Well, that's kind of how the league is, right? Like these coaches just go into circulation. But I was going to ask a question real quick, and have we ever fired a coach in the middle of the year? I think we fired Phillips, right?
Well, we fired an offensive line coach. His name it escapes me at the moment. So it was an offensive line coach that we had hired from Cincinnati, and he was so bad they fired him about 6 games in.
Yeah, I think about the bye week or something. Right?
Yeah, and they made Mark Colombo. So I think this situation is comparable to that one. So, but yeah, it was an offensive line coach that we fired about 6 or 7 games in.
Because Jared said he don't like paying coaches to sit at home. I mean, he said
there you go.
Which is
there
crazy.
You go. And in my see, Lord have mercy.
What do you say?
It's right there on the screen. Imad, I appreciate you and your contribution to the chat because you're a football guy. But when you put that out there, this the OG podcast. We ain't scared. Okay, so on that note, you already know where I'm fit to go, and it's really the truth. I'm just gonna go and say it. The idea of a black man coaching the Dallas Cowboys. And some of you gonna say, well, he wanted Deion Sanders. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't want Deion. He respects Deion, but not as the head coach. I'm just saying. It's too big of a personality. He would outshine Jerry, so we already knew that wasn't gonna happen anyway. But a guy like Aaron Glenn, a nonsense type guy, a Parcells disciple, if you want to say that, because that's who he played for.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Aaron Glenn now, and no, I ain't gonna say it, Imad. Just as long as you understand them. I see you in the chat. I ain't gonna say it, but that ain't gonna happen. Okay, I won't see that until Jerry die, and that's even after he die. I hate to say it. It's just the truth.
So there's a trend, and guys, it's obvious. We don't want to talk about this. We OGs. We not very comfortable talking about race. You know, we just we probably got
We
white.
trying to keep our show on there.
Yeah, we try to keep our show on the air. We got
Mm-hmm.
some people that's following us that are probably not the same hue that we are. But what I see happening in the league, B Bird and Big Time, there's a trend with young African American coordinators, especially on the
Mm-hmm.
defensive side. There's also a trend with African American general managers, and the one
Mm-hmm.
and they are performing. So you can do it either way. And I always say this: my
But they
number,
already have that.
what they do, but is he
But
really
they,
that?
but they're not gonna give them the title.
Yeah, but is he? And not only that, I think he's with them.
Yeah.
But and people don't want to talk about it because he is African American, but he's with them. He's not with us. So
And let me clarify what he's saying too. He's
yeah,
saying he with them as far as the front office. He
yeah,
ain't with
everything,
the fans.
everything. So yeah, whatever they say, he just
You
he's
don't talk about Will Clay like that, Cowboy Joe. Don't talk about him like
Oh
that.
no,
well,
me and Cowboy Joe talked about this already. Yeah,
Oh
Will
my
McClay is
God.
an agent, man.
Oh
He's
my
so
an agent.
God.
so yeah,
He
and
gets
so
some too.
Ooh.
and then he just signed a new contract too. But yeah,
Ooh.
we got to talk about him. We can do a whole show on this. It's going to be controversial,
Ooh.
but
It
but
already
but
is. God, you killed me on this one.
but we're Cowboy fans. Just to keep it balanced, keep it fair and balanced, big time.
Ooh.
My number one coordinator is Spagnolo from Kansas City.
No,
Okay,
you ain't getting him. But he's great though. He's great. Go
he's
ahead.
great. He's
He's
great.
great.
So you can do it however you want to do it. It ain't about black and white. What you need to do is just hire the best people. So we got two problems. Well, we actually got many. We got problems with money. We don't know how to hire. We don't look at trends.
But 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 you know what? I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Just stay with Spagnuolo, for instance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Great name, great coach. He's put himself in a position where he might be even mentioned for a Hall of Fame guy.
Yeah.
I mean, a Hall of Fame guy just because of his, being a coordinator. He
And
got what 3-4 rings on his finger
and
right
I
now.
and I want to remind you of something real quick. I'm gonna let you finish.
Mm-hmm.
When the Patriots went 18-0, that
Mm-hmm.
invincible team,
Mm-hmm.
it was Steve Spagnuolo who won the game for the Giants. He was the and
Yep.
Jerry has had multiple times chances to hire him, and there you go. Go ahead and finish your
But
point.
but it's at the point now because the Cowboys are so visible and everybody can see just about on a daily basis the way that the organization is ran. A guy like Spagnola, who has the respect in the league, probably wouldn't even want him to be a head coach. He'll turn it down.
Yeah.
I'm serious. And stay a coordinator. I'm serious.
Well, yeah.
You, I'm saying because he would automatically know from all these years gone by how much would I have to concede? How much of this really would I be able to put my handprint on this if I was really to take the job? A guy like Ben Johnson, for instance, who coaches Chicago, when they hired him from Detroit, Chicago said, "Man, we got to wait. You got it. You got it." And Ben Johnson, you can see the difference. Chicago's winning. He's trying to implement his system and his type of stuff. This dude come from Andy Reid. This dude, well, I ain't gonna say come from Andy Reid, but he's been with Reid. Kansas City. He's been with Kansas City. Why would you leave Kansas City even at this point to come to Dallas when you already know what you're going to deal with in the circus? I mean,
No,
a guy like Spagnola. Now, if you go get a young guy, they come. But
that was my point. I wasn't talking about Spagnuolo coming here as a head coach. My whole point is that what you need to do if you're the owner in the Cowboys, you need to hire someone that has that kind of talent,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so
a Spagnola type. That's what you
Spagnola
say.
type.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm feeling.
So we got two problems. They don't know how to find up and coming innovative coaches. They did it on the outside on the offensive side of the ball this year. My whole point was it doesn't matter whether you're black and white. There's a trend with black coaches doing good. But my whole point was it doesn't really matter. What they don't do, they don't know how to hire good coaches. And the other part of that thing is they don't want to pay them either. So that's your problem.
Yeah, so two things there. So Harbaugh on an interview probably about 8 years ago or something. I can't remember if it was John or Jim, but they said they would never even think about coaching for the Cowboys. And they said, and somebody asked him why. And he said, I think they was at the table with their dad, which their dad was a coach too.
Yeah.
And they said that goes against all the principles I was ever taught, like at Dallas. Like he's like, I'm not going out there for that mess.
Yeah.
The first criteria a coach has to have when he comes to the Joneses look for in the coach is not if he's going to make us win, not if he's a good offense coordinator, defense coordinator, not if he's a good leader of men. Will he allow us to continue to run the way we like to run? If he's going to be a guy that comes in and changes all that, we're not going to hire him. That cuts out 75% of your good to great coaches.
Yep.
So now you just got the leftovers. Two things. The Joneses have never had to get into a bidding war or ever. They haven't gotten a coach in here, and I can't know when, that had options that could go to Carolina, that can go to the Chargers. That they had to go in and concede some things. I think the way you come in, if you come in hat in hand, you ain't gonna be too successful here. That's why I like if you suppose Jerry them was in for Ben Johnson. Say they wanted Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson say, hey, look, I'll come there. The money's the same in Chicago. I love to be a Cowboys coach. But let me tell y'all, hey, I got another team that wants me too, Tennessee. But the things going to have to change around here. And I'm just saying, for me to come here, you got to have that leverage behind you. And if Jerry and them say no, say, okay, it was great talking to you, Jerry, but I'm going to take the Chicago job. No, Shotty just love this chance. Garrett didn't have no other options. McCarthy, they found him on the street, no other options. Gailey, no other options. Campo, no other options. You see how that works? When you have no other options, you can't call nothing, man. And so they got to come in and accept that Jones is doing what they do. And that's why this culture of the last 30 years have been made by the Joneses. This is their culture, man. It's no football culture.
That's the culture.
I think we probably need to move into the game now.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we'll kind of shut it off. Chat, y'all in here. I know some of y'all doom and gloom listen to us, but we call it like we see it.
We just tell the truth, baby.
We just tell the truth.
I do have some hope in for you.
Okay. I need to know, chat, while y'all type in y'all score. The Arizona Cardinals flying Dallas Monday Night Football. A lot of the whole world gonna be watching. A lot of pressure on the Cowboys to get a win. Can't go 3-5. Just ain't no question about it. You can't lose to Arizona. Not this week. So put in y'all score in real quick. And Cowboys, I don't know if you were ready to say something else.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
So we can go ahead and just kind of wind it down. I got some hopium for you guys.
Oh, okay.
So I went and looked at the teams that we're contending with for a playoff spot. The 49ers, the Rams, the Commanders. I looked at the Eagles too. So I looked at all of the contending teams. What I noticed is that the Cowboys are going to be in this thing for a while because all of these teams are playing each other. And so it's a lot of games that are going to go either way. So it would not shock me if the Cowboys win a game, lose a game. They're not going to be out of it. And even the Eagles can easily come back down to earth. The Commanders, they're they got a lot of games that they're going to lose. So I said all that to say this, that if we win Monday night, we right back in it. If we lose Monday night, it's going to be bad. But I think we're going to be in it for a while because of the schedule. I just think the schedule just shapes up to where when we get to Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving game probably will be interesting because it'll be probably another playoff game, big time show that if we win a Thanksgiving game, we right back in it. So that's the hopium that I have. I think we're going to be in it for a few weeks, and if we just win a game or two, we'll still have a shot at making the playoffs. And if you do a trade or two, it's hope if you do that.
What's your score though for Monday night?
I've been saying the same thing every week. I'm gonna say Dallas 30-27. The reason I say that is because we play fast on turf, and that's our best environment to play in. We play fast. The Raider game the following week is on grass. That's the one I'll be worried about. But so we playing at home, we playing on turf. I think we're gonna play fast, and I think we're gonna win it 30-27.
B-Bird?
So we're at home, so that means we're gonna score 30-some points.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is gonna be on the field, so that means their team gonna score 30-some points. And I think our 30s is gonna be in the highs, and their 30s is gonna be in the lows. So I just put down 38-31. Hopefully we'll get a win. Again, there is a thing to turf, outside playing, and all that kind of stuff. Our offense doesn't necessarily play well on that. We played on it against Chicago, and we played on it last week too. And we didn't do so well on it. But I think I like us winning 38-31.
Let me run it back because there's some people in the chat, and like I haven't really just heard it, but I'm gonna trust y'all's thing here. Let's act like Jacoby Brissett is playing though. Now what's your score, Cowboy Joe?
It's gonna be the same for me because he's a
Same.
veteran. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
He knows. And look,
Okay.
he doesn't have to study the game plan for our defense.
Okay.
He just doesn't. And we don't have first of all, we're not gonna blitz. We're not gonna run blitz. We're gonna rush for. We're gonna play zone. We're gonna make it easy for him. So he's a veteran. So yeah, it's not gonna be that hard for him to play against our defense. It's just not.
Big Bird, you got the same score?
Yeah, and no, all kinds of ilk of quarterback have been successful against us. I mean, we had a guy throw for 450 yards one week, and then got benched a couple of weeks later. You know what I mean? So it's now anybody can get. Come on, man. I read those names to you on defense. I mean, those guys they're UFL players, man.
You did. I'm gonna say that the blueprint is out on Denver. Denver opened it up, but you got to have the personnel to do that against us. They whipped us. Offensively, we couldn't block nobody, and they blitzed that. And I'm saying if the other team gonna try to do that, then Dak got to make them pay for blitzing. There's gonna be one-on-one everywhere, and I just believe CD and Pickens, one or the other is gonna get you for that. So you got to be real careful with how you do that. I think this is a Javonte Williams game. This game here, I think he's gonna have a big game this week, and because of that, I think we'll settle down, and I think we will score. I don't think we're gonna score 30. I think we're gonna score something like 27, something like that. Just because the game gonna slow down, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little frightened of Murray.
Yeah.
I'm frightened.
You should be.
He's dangerous. He's very dangerous, and he got some tag team partners. I think we're gonna win 30, maybe 24, 30-27, something along those lines there. I just think that we can make a play, and when I say a play, right now, a play to me is, can we make the punter punt the ball? I mean, forget a interception Can we stop them on their side of the field and make the punter punt the ball maybe twice? So that would give the offense 2 more possessions, and then we got to score. Can we just do that? I think we do it this week, and we're gonna win. And then I guess I add some hope with Cowboy Joe. If we win, I think we're gonna get a little busy in the trade, but I don't think it's gonna be no super trade. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that. I think it's just gonna be somebody like a Chubb, something like what that. T, you must be a Cardinal fan. He says 41-30 Arizona. Well, we ain't got no defense, so I ain't gonna argue with you. Shoot.
That's not one of our scores, though, don't it? 41-30.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But I just think at home, I think our offense is gonna step up this week. I think because Arizona ain't just a great defense at all, and we are a great offense. So I think we're gonna score. But I think it's gonna be 27. I think we're gonna slow the game down, not on purpose, but I believe that we're gonna run the ball effectively enough that'll just knock the time down automatically. That's what I'm thinking, and which is probably what we need, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what we need, and I think that's what's gonna happen. So I got us winning, and we can even this thing out and feel good going into the bye week. And then let's see what Jerry, Monday gonna be incredible, y'all. Jerry Jones is gonna feel that Texas live place, and he gonna be hinting, and he gonna be talking about, he gonna be saying a bunch of nothing, but saying something at the same time. It's gonna be an electrifying day, and then we'll see how they act Monday night, and then from there, here we go. We'll see it.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We always enjoy coming to you guys on Friday, like we always do. It's been fun. Go Cowboys. Look, hey, somebody got to do something. Jeez. We can't take another week of just total destruction. Somebody ought to be getting better. And let's just hope that the Cowboys show up on Monday night and go and take care of business, and we'll feel better when y'all see us next Friday.
Hey, big time! I'm gonna tell you something. So we spent an hour tearing up the organization, tearing up the coaches, tearing up the players, and then we asked for our predictions. We all predicted the Cowboys to win.
Yeah. I think we're gonna pull it out. I think we'll pull it out, but we'll see.
Man, we're just fans at heart, man.
Yeah. I just don't think the Cardinals could beat us, but hey, I didn't think that the Bears could beat us.
Yeah.
I didn't think the Giants could play with us that week.
Carolina.
Exactly. I didn't think Carolina gonna do us like they did us. So you know how it go. Man, appreciate all y'all in the chat. Kid Cowboy says 36-20 Cardinals. Woo.
So Eberflus will be fired after that.
No question. West Philly says 39 Cardinals, 31. Ain't no respect for our defense at all.
No.
None. I don't have respect for it, but I just think that the sun shine on the dog tail every now and then. So I think it's going to shine for us Monday night, and we'll be good. Listen, you guys follow. I'll let them tell you where they are. Cowboy Joe, tell everybody where they can follow you, and let them know when y'all coming on live next.
So our channel is called Father and Son Cowboys and Sports Talk. I'm a 3rd generation Cowboy fan. My son is 4th generation. We do a show together. We'll probably do one either tomorrow or Sunday. But yeah, we just started our channel up and just trying to grow it organically, not doing a lot of, zany stuff just to get viewers, but we're trying to do it the right way. And so that's how we kind of linked up with B-Bird. We kind of aligned with him. We know that he's trying to grow his channel. So check us out. You can follow me on Twitter at CowboyJoe64. But appreciate being on with you guys and have a lot of respect for B-Bird and big time show the way you guys, do your thing, and just excited to be on with you guys again.
Awesome. B-Bird?
Yeah, man, it's B-Bird Cowboys again, man. It's great coming. I look forward to these Fridays talking to you guys, man. I look at y'all as friends, and we just passionate Cowboy fans, man, and love this team, man. And just want to We're just trying to get to 6. But if y'all can follow me at B-Bird Cowboys or follow me on Twitter at B-Bird Cowboys, the same handle. And, give me a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Share. I definitely appreciate it, man. And hey, Cowboy Joe, I see you've been getting a little more active on Twitter too, man. I've been seeing you coming through, brother.
Yeah, it's always fun. I be getting a lot of hate on there too.
All right, listen. If you guys didn't get that, just go back into the chat here. You will see there. Both of them have commented in here. So just hit that button and then hit that subscribe button to these guys' channel. They're great, no doubt about it. And for those that do not know me, the Big Time Show. On YouTube, the Big Time Show, Facebook, the Big Time Show. Same thing with Twitter or X or whatever we call it. Follow me at all those places. Hit those subscribe buttons, and we really would appreciate you. All we can say in parting is, hey, another week. Please, Cowboys, Lord have mercy. Don't let us have these. Don't let us talk for 2 weeks and just shaking our head. That'll be a long bye week, man. Good God, we need to win Monday night. And I see a lot of y'all don't think we're gonna pull it off, but I think we will get it done.
So next Friday we can talk about the trades.
We can do that, and be tuned in to everybody's show this week because I'm quite sure Jerry Jones is gonna say something crazy on First Take. Steve and Nate are gonna have us all talking, so get ready for that. As for me, I will be with you. Check it out. I'm gonna be busy this week. Tomorrow at about 12 o'clock, me and Amp will be together. The PTA podcast.
I like that podcast, man.
Yeah, Amp will be there, and then at 3 o'clock, I will be with my homeboy right here in Memphis, Mr. Cowboy Nation himself, Jerome McNary. We'll be doing the show at 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna be a busy guy on tomorrow. So y'all come hang with me. I'm gonna be in this one chair. I hope I don't catch arthritis sitting down in this chair all day.
Yeah, is he a noob?
He's not. He's not. He's from Memphis. Known him for over 20 years. Has his own show. Y'all probably have seen him. Has a great show within himself. We'll be going. Are we going to the game? No. I ain't spending no money on the Cowboys like that. Not this year, I ain't. I'll be watching from the comforts of my own home.
Hey man, so I got flights to the Vikings game. I have not bought the tickets yet. My son is a Cowboy fan. He say, Dad. I said, what? He say, don't buy the tickets yet, man. We got to wait.
Man, it's crazy, man.
So, yeah.
Listen up, guys.
One thing too, Big Time.
Go ahead.
Man, that show you do with Amp, man, love that show, man. Because I for some reason, Amp's one of my favorite guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got, he's not as old as us, but he got an old soul anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you and his show really kind of go well together. I look forward to that show, man. So
we dedicated. He's had a few struggles. Had an accident, and we ain't been on in about 2 weeks. So we coming back strong. Hope you guys come back and hang with us for that, man. Listen, we out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. It is the Cowboys OG Podcast signing out one more time. We'll see y'all next week. I hope we have a smile.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
We'll see y'all, man.